2012 is an intelligent and inspiring group of young adults. They gather here after working countless hours to reach this stage of their academic success, and they have earned the right to be here today. In order for our joyous occasion to proceed with order, we have guidelines that must be followed. First, for the sake of time and out of respect for all graduates, please refrain from shouting and making distracting remarks as the graduates cross the stage. Secondly, photographs will be taken of each graduate receiving a diploma, and we ask that the audience remain in their seat and refrain from flash photography. The fire department prohibits blocking the aisles. We also ask that you either turn off or silent all electronic devices or place them on silent. We thank you in advance for adhering to these small but extremely important requests. Lastly, we ask that you remain seated while the graduates enter. Family, friends, distinguished guests, and graduates, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the faculty and staff of Florin High School.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for presentation of the colors. From the Florin High School Navy Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps, and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance and then the National Anthem.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Halt! Halt! Unfurl! Halt! Order!
They're gonna walk right behind you.
Order! Right! Right! Forward! March! Left! Right! 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 Left! Right! 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 Left! Right! Right!
Good evening, friends, family, distinguished guests, and graduates. My name is Brittany Solari, and I'm the senior class governor for the class of 2012. It is my pleasure to introduce you to our honored guests and school staff. The Board of Education of Fort Elk Grove Unified School District, please stand when I introduce you. President of the Board of Education, Mr. Chet Madison Sr. School board members, Ms. Jeanette Amaviska, Ms. Pollyanna Cooper-Levangie, Ms. Priscilla Cox, Mr. William Lugg Jr., Mr. Jacob Rambo, Mr. Al Rolett. Thank you. Elk Grove Unified School District administrators, please stand when I introduce you. Superintendent, Dr. Stephen M. Ladd. Associate Superintendent of Secondary Education, Ms. Christina Pena. Directors of Secondary Education, Kevin McDonald, Charlotte Fininzi. Thank you. Florin High School's administrators, please stand when I introduce you. Principal, Mr. Don Ross. Vice Principals, Ken Smith, Kieran Graywall, Denise Escobar. Teacher in charge, Ilias Mendoza. Academic Programs Coordinator, John Patterson. Thank you. Middle School Principal, Yuri Pennerman, James Rudder Middle School. Elementary School Principal, Jennifer Avey, David Reese Elementary. Thank you. I would now like to introduce you to Florin High School's choir under the direction of Florin Barros.
Good evening. My name is Dan Summers. I am the co-advisor of the California Scholastic Federation. CSF is a statewide organization that recognizes academic achievement. Lifetime members have qualified for membership for the last 6 semesters of high school. 100% members have qualified all 6 semesters. CSF lifetime and 100% members, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. You may be seated. Please allow me to introduce Mr. Robert Brewer to announce the National Honor Society.
National Honor Society is a nationwide organization that recognizes scholarship, community service, character, as well as leadership. This past year, Florin has approximately 50 active members of the National Honor Society. At this time, I would like to ask all graduating National Honor Society members to please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Now I'd like to introduce Vice Principal Denise Escobar, who will be introducing special program completers.
Good evening. I have the privilege and honor of recognizing Florin High School's special program completers. One of the unique aspects of Florin High School is the opportunity for students to concentrate in one of 14 specialty areas or majors. Students are to complete all of the requirements for the major program in order to receive the cords you see adorning their robes today. Students, as I announce each specialty major or program, those of you who have satisfied the program requirements, please stand and be recognized. Agriculture major, 70 program completers, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Agriculture Technology Academy, 51 program completers, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. AVID, Advancement via Individual Determination, 28 program completers, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Business and Technology Academy, 4 program completers, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Culinary Arts major, 3 program completers, please stand. Math major, Mathletes, 12 program completers, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. MASC, Music and Arts Scholars Consortium, 16 program completers, please stand. Thank you. MESA, Math, Engineering, Science Achievement, 12 program completers, please stand. Thank you. NJROTC, 7 program completers, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Student Government, 3 program completers, please stand and be recognized. World Languages, 16 program completers, please stand. Thank you. Health Careers, 5 program completers, please stand and be recognized. Science Olympiad, 10 program completers, please stand. And finally, Law Academy, 6 program completers, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Congratulations on all of our program completers. It's now my privilege to introduce the senior performance.
Friends, family, esteemed guests, and fellow graduates.
We humbly welcome you to Florin High's graduation ceremony of 2012.
We are gathered here tonight to bask in success,
to reflect on the past,
and look forward to the future.
A wise man once said, "If you do not create change, change will create you." And I truly believe that this quote is timeless. Whether one was changing from straight F's to straight A's, from a reckless skateboarder to an amazing football player, from a weak wrestler to a state quality athlete, or from a struggling freshman to a high school graduate, we have all changed together. Each student in Florin High School's graduating class of 2012 has embraced 4 years of sadness, happiness, success, frustration, exhaustion, laughs, smiles, and sighs of relief. Whether one was doing all-nighters with AP calculus homework or up all night playing Call of Duty with friends, we have all put in the hard work and time required for us to graduate. Now we're stepping out of our sheltered lives of adolescence and stepping into the world as adults. Ready to create the same change that so profoundly created us. They say, one day our lives will flash before our eyes. Now let's just make sure our lives are worth watching.
Our lives will only be worth watching if we truly know who we are. Many of us thought that high school was where we would truly find our individuality. But someone once said, the self is not someone finds, but someone creates. Through this journey we've been through the good and the bad. Many of us may have found ourselves or maybe still seeking, but you wouldn't realize who you are until you come out of your comfort zone. And I believe it's up to you to create who you are. It's up to you to create and follow your own dreams, and that is why we are where we are today. Because you chose to be here. We all chose to be here. Attending school and doing your best for about 18 years or so, my 18 years of life was as a shadow. I always had someone to lead me or tell me what to do. This person was a really special person to me. And without her, I came to realize who was really there for me and who was not. We should all realize that the only person there for us would be ourselves. Even though there may be others there for us, we have to learn how to rely on ourselves. It's up to you to create and define who you should be.
creating our self-reliance can be a challenge because of the expectations that are placed before us. As freshmen, we were expected to pass our final and just move on to the next year. And yet, as seniors, we are expected to move on and find our place in the world. Yet, as the amazing Bruce Lee once said, I am not in this world to live up to your expectations, and you are not in this world to live up to mine. Expectations vary for each person, and my expectations of senior year were shattered when I found out I had to have major jaw surgery. I turned out fine, but all I could think about was everything that I was going to be missing out on. And people began to say that I wouldn't be able to graduate because of my grades. And even my dad said it was one of the dumbest things I could have done. But I like the words of Henry Louis Mencken, who said, "To expect defeat is 9/10 of defeat itself." Florin High has never accepted defeat, and if anybody ever felt so, they changed their expectations to succeed. And just think, Florin High School, class of 2012, We made it through 12 years of torturous school. What else can we expect to accomplish?
We can accomplish a lot more when we recognize that it is easier to compete as a unit. This competition is us coming together to tackle the task of high school as one. Famous basketball all-star Steve Kerr once said, "Ultimately, being a part of a team means competing, working, living, and winning and losing together. And a teammate's nationality, his religion, his taste in music, and his language are not sources of division, but in fact mediums of greater friendship, understanding, and success." Overcoming these challenges can be difficult, especially when fighting a battle as rough as high school alone. However, it becomes much more tolerable when fighting alongside people who share the same desire as you to succeed, achieve, and compete. This reminds me of my junior year on the Florin women's soccer team. Although it was very familiar for me, stepping into that captain's position was never easy. The number one thing on my mind was not only to win, but to be the best competitor I could be, and to be better than I was the day before. But it was very comforting to know that there were 20 other girls on the team who shared the same goal, to be the best competitors that we could be. The most important thing was that we remembered not to compete alone, but together as one, and that's how we always came out on top against our opponents. We must remember, fellow classmates, that we are not competing alone. Our teachers, our staff members, our family members, and our friends are not our opponents, but they're the people who have helped us get to where we are today, sitting here as a unit ready to tackle the next task. And like Coach Harris always tells me, a diamond is only a piece of coal that did well under pressure.
And life is exactly like making diamonds. Or sure, even a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get. No one knows what's to come next, but that's what makes the journey so exciting. The epitome of uncertainty can be seen with one quick glance at a teenager. Who we are, what we'll be, and where we'll go have been heavily haunting questions in our minds ever since we could remember. If you would have asked me where I'd be in the next 4 years during my freshman year, I would have said, home. I mean, who'd expect to have a love-hate friendship with the one, the only AP art teacher? Or have one of our very own teachers up and running for California State Teacher of the Year? Oh, by the way, congrats, Mr. Brewer. Or have a heated debate about the complications of boys and girls in the middle of the tennis court. But most importantly, who on earth expects a girl to portray a man in her last theater production? Certainly not me. The uncertainty that we must all indefinitely face is a source of hope we can find refuge in. So don't look back in sadness because we're leaving high school, but rather embrace the next adventure to come. As we're one step closer to departing on our new path in life, we may yet again find ourselves in the fear of the uncertain and the unknown. But keep in mind the lessons of wise teachers and friends, for we may find the courage and answers we seek. Or when we struggle in our decisions, remember, like many of us have in a rocky class, to be or not to be, that is the question.
Whether we came into high school with ideas for great change,
whether you came in not knowing who you are,
trying to live up to the expectations of others,
succeeding not alone but together,
or uncertain of what's to come next,
we all came together to celebrate not the end but a new beginning. Congratulations, class of 2012. We did it!
Good evening. The Gold Panther is one of the highest awards that a student can earn while at Florin High School. To be eligible, a student must have completed the following: 30 hours of community service, 20 hours of school service, or have been a member of the JV or the varsity teams. Applied for and received a Bronze Panther, Silver Panther, and Academic Block. There are 12 students receiving this award. As I call your name, please stand to be recognized. Miguel Lasavas, Alexandra Cheatham, Prudence Hong, Samantha Nguyen, Jamon Joe Smith, Carrie Lee, Nee Lee, Carlos Ortiz, Courtney Saturn, Resham Singh, Emily Tibbett, and Tracy Yang. Congratulations, Gold Panther recipients. Next, I'd like to introduce Mr. Mendoza, who will present the Florin High School valedictorian and salutatorians.
Thank you. Good evening. It is my pleasure to introduce and recognize two of our most distinguished student scholars. Both of these individuals have been exemplary students and role models during their tenure at Florin High School. If we look at their accomplishments over the last 4 years, their academic record speaks for itself. They have taken almost every single honors and AP course we have to offer. Together, they have amassed 87 A's and only 1 B each. You already know who they are. The valedictorian for the class of 2012, Prudence Hong, with an impressive 4.69 GPA, will be attending Harvey Mudd College in the fall. The salutatorian for the class of 2012, Carrie Lee, with a remarkable 4.67 GPA, will be attending UC Berkeley in the fall. Wherever these young ladies go, they will certainly stand out. Let's give them our warmest congratulations and best wishes for success in their future endeavors. Now it's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Ross, who will be sharing with you our Hall of Honor.
Good evening. I get the wonderful privilege of introducing the students who have been selected to Florin High School Hall of Honor. The Hall of Honor is the highest recognition that a student at Florin High School can receive. In order to qualify for this prestigious award, a student must complete the following: have earned a grade point average of 3.5 or higher each semester and have no D's or F's. Completed 2 years of fine or visual performing arts, be a member of an athletic team for 4 seasons, and achieved athletic scholar block. Be an active member of a Florin High club for 2 years, 1 academic and 1 social. Also be the recipient of a Bronze Panther, a Silver Panther, and a Gold Panther award, have an attendance of 95% or better, have no suspensions, and have the principal's recommendation. This year, the Hall of Honor will go to 7 students. As I call your name, please come to the stage. Prudence Hong. Samantha Hung. Carrie Lai. Rasham Singh. Emily Tibbett. And Tracy Yang. Each of these students has chosen someone special to present the award. As they come up, I will call their name and the presenter. Oh. Excuse me, I missed a student. I apologize. Nee Lee, please come to the stage. Prudence Hong has selected Florin High School teacher Robert Brewer to present her with the award. You can take a picture here. Samantha Hung has selected Florin High School teacher Dawn Pedersen to present her with the award. Carrie Lai has selected Florin High School teacher Tim Smith to present her with the award. Nee Lee has selected Florin High School teacher Manuel Mego to present her with the award. Rasham Singh has selected Florin High School teacher Tracy Williams Anderson to present her with the award. Emily Tibbett has selected Florin High School teacher Linda Rico to present her with the award. Tracy Yang has selected her mother and father, Ku Yang and Chong Zha Yang, to present her with the award. If I could have another round of applause for this great accomplishment. I would like to now introduce Daniela Esquerdo for our student performance.
Da
would fall down, I just stare out my window, dreaming of what could be. If I'd end up happy, I would pray, trying not to reach out. When I try to speak out, felt like no one could hear me. Wanted to belong here, but something felt so wrong here, so afraid would break away. I'll spread my wings and I'll learn how to fly. I'll do what it takes till I touch the sky. I'll take a risk, take a chance, make a change, and break away. Out of the darkness and into the sun. Oh, I won't forget all the ones that I love. I'll take a risk, take a chance, make a change, and break away. Da-da-dun-da-da, da-da-dun-da-da, da-da-dun-da-da-da. Wanna feel the warm breeze, sleep under a palm tree, feel the rush of the ocean. Get aboard a fast train, travel on a jet plane far away, and break away. I'll spread my wings and I'll learn how to fly. I'll do what it takes till I touch the sky. I'll take a risk, take a chance, make a change, and break away. Out of the darkness and into the sun. Oh, I won't forget all the ones that I love. I'll take a risk, take a chance, make a change, and break away. Buildings with 100 floors, swing around revolving doors. Maybe I don't know where they'll take me, but gotta keep moving on, fly away, break away. I'll spread my wings and I'll learn how to fly. Though it's not easy to tell you goodbye. Take a risk, take a chance, make a change, and break away. Out of the darkness and into the sun. Oh, I won't forget the place I come from. Take a risk, take a chance, make a change, and break away. Break away. Break
Great job, Daniela. Okay, so we're almost there. It is a great privilege to stand before you tonight as the principal of Florin High School. I would like to extend a special thank you to the members of our school board, as well as Superintendent Dr. Stephen Ladd, our Associate Superintendent, Ms. Christina Penna, for providing me with the opportunity to be the principal of Florin High School. Florin High School is truly a great place to be. And tonight we get to celebrate the accomplishments of the class of 2012. I would also like to recognize and thank our activities director, Ms. Sandy Goring, the Florin High School administrative team, and my administrative assistant, Ms. Joanna Corrigan, for their hard work and dedication in preparing for this ceremony. A heartfelt thank you also needs to go out to the individuals who've inspired, motivated, enlightened, counseled, and prepared the class of 2012 to achieve excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause to Elk Grove's finest, the teachers, counselors, and staff at Florin High School. Finally, a very special recognition needs to go out to those who provided the class with support, encouragement, and guidance from the very beginning. Ladies and gentlemen, please recognize the parents and guardians of the class of 2012. Normally, my speech would focus on the accomplishments of the class of 2012, and then I would offer some sage advice. However, tonight, I would like to talk to the parents, guardians, aunts, uncles, and grandparents, to those of you who took an active part in the raising of the 330 graduates before us this evening. We have something in common. In 2 days, I will be out there in the audience watching my son walk across the stage. And like you, I will be wondering where the time has gone. He went from asking me to read him a bedtime story to asking for the car keys in a blink of an eye. I will also be wondering if I did everything I needed to do to prepare him to take on life's challenges. Did he listen? Did he learn? Is he prepared? Like me, you put your faith in the school system 13 years ago when you sent your child through the doors of kindergarten. And now they're about to exit stage right, only to be presented with 1,000 other doors. Will they choose the right one? And more importantly, when they choose the wrong one, will they know what to do? Did the school system do what it was supposed to do? Did the teachers teach them everything that needed to be taught? Did my child listen? Did my child learn? Are they prepared? Let's take a closer look at the class of 2012 to see if we can answer these questions. As a group, the class of 2012 will represent Florin High School at a variety of colleges and universities: Stanford, Berkeley, UCLA, Harvey Mudd, UC San Diego, UC Davis, UC Santa Cruz, and an assortment of CSUs and community colleges. They have received national recognition for their work and have earned over $1.7 million in merit-based scholarships and $6 million in scholarships and grants. With their help, Florin High School has seen a 26-point increase in its API, and with their help, they've lifted Florin High School to new heights with 2 Metro League championships in wrestling and swimming. But is that enough to say they are prepared? As an educator, I look to those statistics and feel confident. But as a parent, I want to know if life lessons have taken hold. I want to know what's in their heart. So I had the opportunity to talk to some students. I asked these students to remember their experiences and their successes, to talk about those who have had an influence on their lives, and to leave behind some words of wisdom for those who will follow. Each one of these students is unique and has a different story, but I believe their voices, the voices of these 5 students, resonate within the 330 students before you tonight. So for example, Taylor Derrick. Taylor entered kindergarten with her Powerpuff Girls lunchbox in hand and ready to go. During the rest of her journey, she met every day as a challenge and turned those challenges into opportunities to develop her confidence and pride in who she is. Who is she? An accomplished soccer player, an active member of ASB, a student who will take her academic and athletic talents to Delta College. Taylor will eventually get her doctorate in psychology, but before she moves on, she leaves us with these thoughts. You can accomplish anything as long as you try. Great things come from working hard. Don't let your dark past define how bright your future can be. Next, Miguel Aceves. Miguel learned from his mom, who worked several jobs just to make sure he had the things he needed. He listened. His mom, who works with inmates, told him, if people who have been in prison can turn their lives around, imagine what you can do with yours if you have a good start. So what has Miguel done with a good start? He went to state in cross country. He's a two-time masters wrestler, and he's a scholar who has flourished in the most rigorous courses Florin has to offer, and will take his academic and athletic skills to UC Davis next year. Miguel offers these words of wisdom. Don't be the image people create for you. Be more. He even offered that wisdom to me when he told me, Mr. Ross, don't let other folks create a negative image of Florin. Let them know what a great place it is. And Brittany Solari told me she cried when she entered kindergarten, until another student told her it would be okay. Years later, when life got a little harder, Brittany always stepped up, took responsibility for her own learning. She never let challenges be an excuse for failure or to never try. Brittany now offers this advice to others. You should never give up on your dreams, no matter how hard things may get. Brittany didn't give up. She is the senior class governor and a member of Florin's soccer team and will be headed to Sac State to earn a degree in biochemistry. For Jamon Joe Smith, the voices of his mom and grandpa continue to guide him. He says, my work ethic has made me a success. That is what my mom instilled in me. Because of my ethnicity, I'm supposed to be a dropout. I'm breaking that stereotype. If I was sitting around, my grandpa would say, read a book, learn something. And so he did. He involved himself in AVID, basketball, volleyball, and the 100 Black Men. Jamon will tell you that you can succeed in anything if you set your mind to it. He has set his mind on San Jose State in the fall to study behavioral sciences and psychiatry. Finally, I would like to leave you with a story from Rose Pardee. And a few words of wisdom from her book on life. Rose's first accomplishment in school was to learn crisscross applesauce. Thankfully, she didn't stop there. Now she studies AP Physics, Calculus, and AP English Literature. She is an accomplished athlete in wrestling and softball, and will be studying physics at UC Santa Cruz next fall. Rose has this to say about life and the grass being greener on the other side. There's more than just green grass on the other side. There is a meadow, streams, mountains, even Pluto. Your future can be anything. Just keep pushing forward. I'm not sure if Rose was referring to Pluto, the former planet, or Mickey's dog, but it doesn't matter. The message is the same. Your future is yours to make. Work hard and make it something good. That is a sample of the class of 2012. There are 325 stories we didn't hear tonight. Stories that are just as important. Stories that give voice to your success. So graduates of Florin High School, I have one last homework assignment for you. Find the people in your life that have raised you, counseled you, and taught you, and tell them your story. Let them know that you listened, you learned, and that you are prepared. Now the moment you have been waiting for. To the President of the Board of Education of Elk Grove Unified School District, as the principal of Florin High School, I am proud and highly honored to present to you the conferring of the high school diplomas for the Florin High School class of 2012. Mr. Cooper, will you assist me, please? It is now my pleasure to introduce the President of the Elk Grove's Unified School Board, Mr. Chet Madison, Sr.
Thank you, Don. On behalf of the Board of Education, I would just like to thank the parents and the guardians here tonight that supported all these graduates that are in front of me tonight. And also I would like to thank the staff at Florin High School that you touched over 300 kids' lives here today that they're going to enter out into the colleges and workforce today. So we appreciate your efforts as well, too. As president of the Board of Education of the Elk Grove Unified School District, and by the authority vested in me by the state of California, I do hereby authorize the insurance of diplomas to the 2012 graduating class of Florin High School, home of the Panthers. Thank you.
Ready? Giovanni Gomez. David Nguyen. Onan. Jonathan Onan. John Juan Maldonado. Basile? Alex Basile. Rayshawn Johnson. Miguel Aceves. Wilson Vang. Samantha Ann Nguyen. Rasham Singh. Tracy Yang. Emily Jane Tibbett. Nisa Dang. Taylor Derrick. Evelyn Zumbato. Ka Bao Vang. Gina Barajas. Taylor Brumley. Daniela Izquierda. Andrew Simon Zelny. Jonathan DeWert. Judith Argueta. Rebecca Velez. Christian Alexander Ishima. Matthew Gilbreth. Quentin Bonton. Edgar Bramila. Christopher Wright. Prudence Hong. Carrie Lee. Nee Lee.
Kong Tao. April Zong. Susan Zong. Chang Tao. Huleto Hairston. Rosie Castaneda. Renee Yang. Brittany Solari. Yi Meng Her. Francisco Tiecha. Calvin Liu. Alejandro Arguello. Kent Bai. Juan de la Fuente. Juan Arroyo. Ricardo Navarro Lujan. Guadalupe Rodriguez Ron. Jessica Rodriguez Madrigal. Vanessa Monique Jimenez. Stephanie M. Lopez. Elena Phelps. Raul Cornell Tafta. Isaiah Matthew Abalos Singleton. Wesley Walker. Patrick Hamilton Jr. Quentin Chung. Brianna Maiden. Charlie Zong. Christopher Vang. Chang Yang. Jonathan Vang. Stephen Vang. Jenny Fu. Rose Farah Pardidi. Amanda Paulina Aguirre. Kalani Alexis Cruz. Raymond Alexander Drew. Keith Michael Ramirez. Kevin Maldonado. Juan Gonzalez. Oh, Jason Gonzalez. Justin Davis. Mylin Lee. Beth Sadani Tone. Jane Tong. On Lu. Mercedes Lee.
Hi. You know
Jamonda Coleman. Brittany Thomas.
Hey, buddy. You want me to say that? Yeah.
Ernest Trey Carter III. Tatiana Rollins.
Renee.
Sierra Lene Pierce.
Is that Diashane?
Diashane Ragland. Ronald Smith. Yesenia Zavala. Jasmine Roa.
Oh, good luck with this.
Leilani Sayas-Sumlet. Sabrina Valdez. Brenda Moran. Elizabeth Uribe. Yadira Madrigal Hernandez. Edfonia Solario.
You know mine, you better say it right, Mr. Petty.
Myrna Perez. Saida Gonitas. Vanessa Sid. Jesse Tao. Victor Yang.
Huh? Don't say it? Okay.
Timothy Sue. Danny Tack.
Hey, bud.
Ger Yang.
Hey, Danny, how you doing?
Dan Lee.
Hey, Ricky, good to see you.
Ricky Yang.
Hey, you.
Congratulations.
Yu Yang.
Hey, buddy.
Kevin Kong.
Hey, Brian.
Oh. Brian Lee. Tujer Yang. Jorge Saldana.
Hey, Brandon.
Brandon Stieg. Regina Vang. Melissa Zhang. Christine Taff.
Hey, Ricky.
Ricky Alfaro. Kenneth Herr. Jiang Lor. Chelsea Vang. Marvin Lee. Juan Gonzalez. Kenneth Lockett. Chi Thor. Wilson Lee. Saritha Vang. Dua Yang. Kelly Herb. Michelle Herb. Pania Yang. Miker Vang. Cassie Vang. Molly Yang. Apaceta Tuioti. Carrie Yer Yang. Nayli Zong. Ayla Yang. Sheena Lee. Zhang Yang. Jorge Perez Acuna. Vanessa Gallegos. Clementina Contreras. Vicky Carrillo.
Courtney May Saturn.
Courtney May Saturn. Kosam Neri Sin. Shristi Prasad. Hey, Shelbir. Shelbir Kaur.
You said Prizia.
Huh?
Prizia, Denise, Prizia.
Oh. Prizia Denise Pinka. Nazish Khan. Angela Au. Nam Nguyen.
Made it. Congratulations.
Hans Yang.
Congratulations.
Brendan Dam.
Congratulations. You're not sagging.
Isaac Jackson. Vivanco?
Yeah.
Frank Vivanco.
Hey, dog.
Hey. Andrew Nguyen. Ashley Tong. Ju Bang. Susan Lau.
Yay, Susan. All right, D-Pizzle.
Vincent Nguyen.
Itzel Cardenas.
Can you say both of his last name?
Estefania Sanchez. Maria Dominguez. Cynthia Vasquez. Pia Zhang. Vincent Vu. Alan Luong. Brandon Herr. Dejan Peak. Israel Delgado. Devin McCoy. Nancy Lee. Sol G. Hollis. Hale. Linda Vang. Nan Hong Vang. Anusa Lee. Michelle Hong. Christian Shea Gillespie. Ryan Stevenson.
Did you say Tammy Dean Maui?
Tammy Dean Maui.
Say in Spanish if you can.
Christian Omar Medina Andino. Cody John Ivan Turner. Dominique Alexis Nichelle Brown.
Okay, is Veronica Levette Ore St. Denis?
Veronica Lavette Array St. Denis. Kendra Simone Davis.
It's Janai Diana Nicole Roberts.
Janai Donna Nicole Roberts. Jamon LaShawn Joe Smith. Zakia Cynthia Richmond. Jessica Ling Ling Lamb. Daphne Lumanica Pasquale. Erin Michaela Sierra Dene. Vanessa Melissa Diaz. Jasmine Tran. Tyler Lee. Luke Moore. Yao Chow. Van Chu. Bai Vong. Anthony Trin.
Where's your ID?
Tuan Nguyen. Ralph Eshon.
Congratulations.
Francisca Yee.
Rodas.
Randy Rodas.
Ruslan Bratton.
Ruslan Bratton.
Long time, Ruslan. Good job, man.
Dat Chin.
Congratulations.
Antoine Blessed.
Keep it together, baby. You got it, baby.
Hal No. Lai Se Lee. Ashley Sapon.
Coy?
Dorina Coy. Tito. Sharon Tim. Kimberly Hobson. Elliot Tracy. Samuel Rector. Anna Abubo. Jennifer Zayavong. Juan Mosqueda. Alex Calestian Alvarado.
Orlando Gill.
Orlando Gill. Angel Mendoza. Gabriela Tania Calderon. Ruby Moran. Deborah Stavarace.
Carlos Sainz.
Carlos Sames.
Luis Beltran.
Luis Beltran. Lawrence Ezekiel Tamayo. Andy Lee. Kang Vang. No Nguyen. Ha Bui. Maria Duran. Ku Vang. Andre Esteban. Kelly Saturn. Henry Trong. Roberto Ramirez. Ariel J. Cruz. Ociel Urtiaga.
I'm jumping too early on Smith.
Kimberly Striegel. Hong Tran. Kevin Ha. Anthony Nawal.
What up, son? Congratulations.
Nick Galloway. Congratulations. Jose Gonzalez. Edgar Quijas. Isaiah Simon. Jeffrey Villalobos. Richard Tommy Seychow. Jennifer Vincent Tamboen. Gia Lang. Ricky Moody. Simone Clegg. Jalen A. Goodwin. Autumn Prue. Wesley Culp. Sierra Brewer. Alexandra Cheatham. Jasmine Singh. Karen Flores. Jessica Lee. Leah Hen. Irina Kiridimov. Congratulations. Raul Tovar. Eugene Clarentaz Dohoney. Chiron Giles. Adrian Palmention. Ashley Yvonne Joyce Costa. Adriana Garcia.
Johnny Joe Pava.
Johnny Joe Pava. Luis Chavez. Brian Sefong. Linda Nim. Sonia Toker. Jasprit. Maren Zareen. Angel Rodriguez. Slow down. Slow down. Cynthia Torres Silva. Stephanie Ramos.
Blake Eugene Young.
Blake Eugene Young. Carlos Ortiz. Nancy Yvette Zamora. Tan Chi. Kevin Saley. Richard Pham. Deshaun Johnson. Lepeti Linona. Never do that one. Oh my God. Elisa Petty Afu. Mark Ichan. John Lee Young. Sammy Hernandez. Calvin Mock. Montavio A. Hodge. Finally made it, huh? Cesar Sanchez. Raquel Leray. Martin Lee Mosley. Stefan Ray Wiley. Shiza Zulfikar. Arsprit Kaur. Susie Batishev. Diana Kang.
Did you say Jimmy Tai Vang? That's the middle name.
Jimmy Tai Vang.
Congratulations, man. You did it.
Kenneth Vang.
Congratulations.
And Mission Lee. Am I supposed to say something? I totally cut it early.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Florin High School graduating class of 2012. Graduates, you may turn your tassels from your right to your left. Congratulations.